Hello, welcome back to the channel. I am going to be starting a new series based on Blue Eyes. I want to do a bit more focusing on one deck, and I've missed the Blue Eyes White Dragon. So I thought, well, let's make a bit of a series on this and let's stick with the main core, change some cards around, have some discussions, basically like a bit of a deep dive, talking about some cards that I could play in Blue Eyes, talking about locals, talking about the matchups that I went against. Yeah, I think, we'll start with the deck profile. So this is last week's locals deck profile that is going to change, but I thought I would show the cards that I had played with. So I played with 2 Blue Eyes White Dragon. 2 works. I don't think 3 is necessary unless you're using Cyberman. I think 2 makes sense. 1 is too little, granted. There are profiles out there that are running 1, which is less likely to open up a brick, but there are ways to use said brick. 3 Sage. Sage is Sage, right? Like, it's a pretty standard card. I think its second effect does come up, especially with alongside Maiden. So Maiden is good. Obviously Maiden is part of the main engine, right? I played 1 Neo. I liked it because it is good in situations where it's the only piece of engine, or as a second extender, I suppose. Like, for example, if, I don't know, I have a Blue Eyes in the field, I can special this, I can turn it to a Spirit, make them both into Erratic, or just, both of these into Erratic. Like, there's just different things useful for it. Like, during my game, who was I against? I can't remember now, but all I had was this, just normaled, linked off, and then managed to obviously dump Maiden and then add the Mausoleum, and then that let me get to my True Light plays. So yeah, I think Neo Kaiser is a pretty good extender. I'd say it's probably not the most commonly played card, but I like it. The variant of the deck I was playing was a bit of branded, but I was only playing the 1 Albaz. If I had the white Albaz, I would have also been playing this, but again, shiny cardboard is a lot of money, and yeah, I do not have the crazy money that it costs. Then I will go to the Primite stuff. So played 3 of Ether Barrel, again, very, very good engine. 3 load with the 1 Drill Beam. Crazy cards, like, in a test game, I even used this second effect to send itself and send and Foolisher Blue Eyes, because then I could go 2 pops with my Majesty, because I hard opened the Majesty. Yeah, I think it's a good card. Then the one-offs, I played obviously the 1 True Light, the 1 Mausoleum, then the 1 Raw and the 1 Majesty. I like it. I think it's pretty good. I need to just get more used to setting this off True Light. I'm playing 2 Wishes. Granted, it's a bit rogue, but I've seen other lists doing it and it works. People hold their interruptions for the Wishes, so I think if I can make even half board, or whether it be semi board, without the use of Wishes, and then they just hold their Ash or their Purge or whatever it is, then why would I not do so? And also, I'm only playing 2 targets, so this is incredibly annoying if I draw this, but I've already gone through these 2, and that is my 1 card in hand, because then it's useless. Yeah, so that is the main part of the engine that I played, which I think worked. I think it performed quite nicely. I played against Alpha Note branded, which not very good at navigating around, and neither are the blue-eyed cards. But I think that is predominantly down to my knowledge of the deck. So yeah, I think it's just got to be more exposure to the deck, and then I think the matchup is probably better. I played one Magnum. Fantastic card, no complaints. It performed well against Lunalight. They were going first, and I opened up Magnum, and it was just enough of an interruption. Yeah, I liked it. It was a good card. I played 3 Bell. Yeah, again, a good card. Just need to remember it negates activation, not the effect. 3 Ash, again, good card. 2 Veiler. Lists can play 3, 1, 2, like whatever they want to do. I liked 2. I wasn't opposed to this. Potential side to see it, opening it. I can even side one out depending on the matchup, or yeah. Then had 2 Droll. Did I even see this card? I don't think so. But again, level 1 spellcaster. I know most people know this by now, but yeah, that can go to your spirit. Then I played 2 Fallen Virtuous. This card is great. Yeah, I think it is going to be going up to 3. I played 2 Droplet, and I did not like this card. It does not work in blue eyes, for me, at least for me. I just didn't see it being a 2, and I don't ever feel like I have enough draw power. Granted, I'm not playing Charmies, so yes, that is also part of it, but I think just opening up this and then Engine, I don't think I have enough cards to get rid of to then also break a board with this and build up a board. So I think I will be cutting them. I would prefer Crown, obviously. But again, Crown is too much money. 1 cool buy. Then I played the 3 Imperms. No complaints. These all worked pretty well. I like the Imperm. Granted, there are decks that can avoid the Imperm, but it's more of a fact of forcing them to either use a card or use an effect that dodges the Imperm, but maybe not at the correct timing that they wanted to use it. So yeah, I like the Imperms. I think it's good. Then moving on to the extra deck. Played 2 Spirit Leather Blues. Yeah, this works. I don't think 3 is helpful if there was the extra deck space, because there's times where a 3rd one could be good for going into a Heretic, but I'm only playing the 1 Heretic, and I'm probably going to go into this before needing the 3rd one of this. So then the blue eyes stuff, I'm playing 2 Spirit, 1 Lightning Storm, 1 Light Storm Dragon, sorry, and then 2 Ultimate. I'm playing the 2 Ultimate mainly for the additional use of the Spirit, if this is not necessary, because this is my only other target for Spirit. So yeah, I'm not playing the heavy synchro package, but again, that is something that I'll talk later in the video. Then I'm playing 1 of the Neo and 1 Tyrant, and then the branded stuff, playing 2 Albion. This would be an Ecclesia if I had the Ecclesia, but I don't. Then I'm playing the 1 Mirror Jade, the 1 Titanic Lad, and the 1 Rindbrum. I think there's a good targets for the Albaz. I like the Rindbrum because it can target the Albaz in Grave, but I'm also thinking of using the Dogma. So it would probably be one of these that would have to go for the Dogma, because the Dogma is very good either in the mirror match or in any light dark based deck. So yeah, I think it's pretty good against branded. Sorry, yeah, again, good against branded, but it is just the option of letting these resolve as well. But yeah, it forces interactions, and I quite like the idea of the branded cards. I think they're very good. I mean, obviously, they are fantastic at the moment, but I am not playing the crazy good cards because I do not own them, but I would like to in the future. But that is not looking likely unless they drop in price again. Side deck, I am playing 1 Scream, 1 Judgment. I think these cards are very good. This is a searchable, resettable counter trap. Like, this is a crazy card. Granted, it has to have the restriction of controlling the monster. But I think it's really good. It could have come up as I had it set against a Lunalight player, but it didn't come up because they bricked and they just opened up hand traps. Then I played 3 Ecclesia. I like this card. I think it puts pressure. I think it's difficult playing against it. When I play against it, I think it's difficult to go against because it is just something I can use as special on the board, and then they have to either interact with it immediately, or it's something I can use along the way whilst already going into a board with Blue Eyes cards. Yeah, I think it's good. DD Crow. This card felt crazy. I think this is something that I wanted to test it and see if I was any good with it, because I need to practice, and I think that's why a reason why I want to stick with one deck, because I need to stick with one deck and learn its interactions. But being able to target any card in the grave, not just monsters like the Bestials, felt very good. Then I played the 2 Lightning Storm and the 1 Harpies. I feel like this is pretty standard. Then 2 Nib and 2 Ogre. Yes, I do not even have any Charmies in this side. I guess this is a bit of a discussion. I think the Charmies are obviously broken. They are very, very good. But there are a lot of decks at the moment that either play multiple negates against it, or decks that can give you 1 draw or 2, and then still set up a board where they've still held the Ash, so they've still got that as an additional follow-up. Interruption, sorry. So, yeah, I tested without it, and I didn't miss them, to be honest. It wasn't something that I thought, could redo some Charmies. But, yeah, that was just how it felt. And then thought, so yeah, obviously if I was to side the Charmies, it would probably be 3 Fu in the main, 3 Perulia in the side, or no Perulia, but 3 Fua in the side. But again, they are very good when they resolve, but that's the problem, is when they resolve. And if they don't, I'm going in turn 2 with technically a card down. So, unsure how I feel about this. But yeah, I tested without it and it felt pretty good. Other things, like playing the other Bestials, the Druid Worm and the Baldrake. I could see these being very good cards. Like, there's a few matchups into it that would just add additional pressure. I think if I was to play these, it would probably make sense to play 2 copies of Seals, because these are free dragon summons. So, yeah, I think if that was the case, it would make sense to play Seals. Talent, it's a good card. I just didn't play it. I think if I was to play it, I would probably... Well, I think what I'm going to do is cut the droplets, add the 3rd copy of the Fallen and Virtuous. So I've got 3 copies of it, and then that takes me to 41, because the deck list is 42 at the minute. And then I could add something like this in, and then that would take me to 42. But yeah, it was just... and then other things, such as Fusion and the 2nd copies of Wishes. Sorry, 3rd copy of Wishes. I think this is a good card. I think if I was to play this, I would want to play more targets for it. Minus the Magia, because Magia is crazy priced. It would probably be either the Twin Burst or another copy of Tyrant. So yeah, if I played this, I would play the 3rd copy, I think, of the Wishes. But again, playing a third copy of Wishes on its own without this isn't a bad idea. But this is my problem with Wishes. If I only open this with no other engine and I've discarded a piece of non-engine, then I'm going, even if I'm going first or second, I'm then playing with 3 or 4 cards, right? As opposed to playing with 5 or 6. Because if they then negate this and I've discarded a useless piece of something here, then the other things would be a Blue Eyes Jet Dragon. I think in my games I struggled with no stopping of the destruction effect. Yeah, I think the Feather Duster on a True Light is brutal with no negation. The Murakumo by the board, I think I need something to protect from destruction. Whether it is this or the Azure Eyes, I think both are good options. Yeah, I think this is something that I would like to consider for the next locals, but I think I'm going to do a bit more testing. Something a little bit crazy, I suppose, would be Mystical Elf White Lightning. So this is a card that I don't see anyone talking about, and probably for a very good reason. But it is searchable. Actually, is it searchable from Wishes? No, it is not. It is not a searchable card. Ignore me. So if I was to play this, it would probably have to be a 3, which is again why it's not played, or 2. When a monster your opponent controls its effect while I control a level 5 or higher normal monster, which would be Blue Eyes, quick effect. I can special summon this card from my hand, and if I do, negate the effect. Then during my opponent's battle phase, quick effect, I can target one normal monster in either graveyard, special summon it to my field, and if I do, all monsters my opponent controls have to attack that monster. I can see maybe potential of this card. However, I don't think it is worth something over stuff that I already have in the deck. So if I was to play it, it would literally just be because I like the artwork and because I want to test it. So yeah, I thought I would just chuck that in there in a bit of the long discussion. Then some extra deck cards that I probably would like to try. Obviously, I've already spoken about the Dogma. This is a crazy card. I think this is something that I will definitely be playing because yeah, it's crazy. Gorgon, again, a good card, but it's good. It's good against certain towers. This it is not good against because it only does original attack, and that did come up. This is not original attack when there's Ecclesia on the board, or the field, or the graveyard. So, yeah, I think it's something to take just maybe some testing to potentially. But I need to also remember that I do get locked by Raw. So if I'm using Raw to get a body on the field, then I can't summon this. Little Knight, right? Like, it's a very good card. So why would it not be a card to try? Blue Eyes Twin Burst Dragon, I think this card is very good. But it's just finding the extra deck space. I think whilst playing 5 branded cards, I have no space for this. But I think it's good that it can make up to 2 attacks on monsters at each battle phase. At the end of the damage step, when this card attacks an opponent monster, but the opponent monster was not destroyed by the battle, I can banish it. This is good, I think. It has some uses, some matchups, but yeah, I think it's pretty good. Then obviously the other synchro cards to be playing, obviously the Crimson Dragon, the Blazar, the Cipher, the Moonlight. I feel like these are pretty common. I think if I was to play this, it would be no more branded cards, because, unless it was just a fact of either these 2 or these 2 and just minimal branded cards. Yeah, they are I think the synchro stuff is good. I just think it just plays into too much. And then something that I have tested and I actually really did like is Cool Tune B2B, obviously with the Ravenous. And I did try the Rotary. This is searchable off of Wishes and Sage. I think it's a good card. Obviously it allows for the additional normal summon, which I think is important. This is a good end board piece, also board breaker, like it's a 3200 attack and it can attack twice. So I think that's pretty good. This allows me to draw a card, but the problem is that if I'm playing it into a board, I don't think these would be things that I'm summoning unless I know that they haven't got any destruction effects, because if they destroy this, then, well, I'm left on nothing, right? Like, this has been destroyed because they know that I'm trying to get to this. But I think it would be something I'd like to test. I think this is a very good card, alongside Rotary. Yeah, that was just me talking for however long. I hope anyone who is watching, is listening, enjoys that. Yeah, I think this is some sort of a video type that I'd like to continue doing with the Blue Eyes. I think it's a deck that I want to stick with and play with because I like the cards, and yeah, I mean, why would I not want to play with, as the writing says, the strongest? Obviously, it's not the strongest. I'm completely aware of that, but yeah, Blue Eyes is the deck that got me into it as a kid. It got me hooked up. Blue Eyes are the cards that I started with when I came back to YuGiOh last year. So I think this is a deck that I'd like to stick to. I mean, the format is wild at the minute. There are so many different decks. Granted, Cool Tune branded are absorbing most of it, but there are a lot of niche decks that a lot of people are playing. So especially when Chaos Origins comes out, that's going to bring loads more decks to the table. So yeah, that was the Blue Eyes deep dive, I guess you'd call. Let's just place these here. And yeah, if there's any questions, comments, suggestions, anything, just pop them down and I'll respond and we can have a discussion. Yeah, thank you for watching and peace out.